Hi, and welcome to lesson 3. So in this lesson, we will be looking at creating a ribbon with a type and how to create various options with the least amount of effort. All right, again, let's get rid of the things we already have here so we can concentrate, and let's recreate them from the scratch. What we will need is to create first some text, whatever you want to do. And I recommend to use a bold typeface. So for this element of our final illustration, I'm using DDC Hardware by Aaron Draplin. And if you don't know who Aaron Draplin is, probably just go kill yourself. No, I'm kidding. Just go check him out. He's really awesome. Has super cool classes on Skillshare. It's one of few artists I actually really follow closely, and I bought his book and I can just recommend it. Okay, so we have our type, and what we will do next, we will create the ribbon underneath it. So we will just drag out a rectangle, give it black outline, white fill, just make the outline a little bit thicker, and send it all the way to back. So if you still do not remember the shortcuts for sending stuff forward and backwards, basically command and square left bracket will move the element backwards, one step backwards in the layer stack. If I open my layers here, boom, here we have the rectangle, and then command and right square bracket will bring it one step up. If you want to send, let's say I would be creating here a couple more elements. Boom. And this one. If you want to move the element on the bottom or on the top of the entire stack, you will just add to your shortcut the shift key. So I'm holding command shift and left square bracket to send the pink rectangle all the way to the back. So it was just a little segue. So we will move the white rectangle to the back. All right. And we want to have a ribbon. So basically what I'm going to do, I'll drag the rectangle and again send it all the way to the back. And I want to zoom in and align this rectangle on the line that is half of its height. And from now on, we will just add one extra anchor point here on the left side. Okay, so I just click on the rectangle, I'll activate the pen tool with the P keystroke, and I will just click and add one more anchor point. This allows us to manipulate this and create a bit of an arrow shape. That's one thing. Second thing, we will create a little triangle here that we will align with our rectangles or with our shapes. We can again go to outline mode, Command and Y. If you want to be real precise. I shall see here that this is, oh yeah, okay. You have to align it here. Nice. Go back. And you can see that my corners are too sharp. And they are kind of overlapping here. So the best way I know of how to fix it is that we select all of our elements here, go to Properties panel, and change the corner of the stroke. And now we can see that this becomes way better. So basically all the corners are round. Nice. We will fill, actually, this triangle with black color. And now I want to create a couple of shapes here. Just basically the same thing we did for the leaf. I just want to create a bit of a shading inside my element. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3 triangles here. I'll move this a bit to the upper part, and I will create again a blend in between these 3 shapes. So I hold, we already know this, I hold Command, Alt key and B to create blend. And go Object, Blend, and to the options. We can increase the number of steps. Let's preview this. Okay, this looks fine. And again, anytime you want to make changes, you can just click and readjust the shapes themselves. What might happen to you, and this is kind of important, is when you're creating these blends of multiple shapes, is that you actually kind of need to think about the order in which you are creating them. For example, if I would create one shape, then just I'll drag and copy it, and then I'll drag and copy it again. When now I make the blend, what it will do, it goes from up to the bottom and back to the middle. Okay, so that's the order of in which I created shapes. So that's the order in which the blend goes. Again, you can easily fix it just by manually switching the order here and readjusting. But just a little tip, or when Illustrator does something you don't expect, you will know where the problem might be. All right, let's get rid of this, and I just need to make the same stuff here. So 1, copy and drag to the bottom, 2, Option Command B, and increase the number of the steps. Okay, what about 20? Ready? Okay, that looks kind of cool. I will just make the triangles a bit thicker. Boom, 1 and 2. Okay, so we have, cool. What does this look like? Yes, that's better. Nice. Awesome. And now, as we know, the only thing we have to do is just to alt drag, rotate, and reposition it on the other side. And the same we will do here with the entire back side of the ribbon. Here, I'll just go to transform, reflect, and we don't need to copy. So just go OK. And of course, you could do it with a keyboard shortcut O as well. And now we see that we actually have to send this to the back. So Shift Command left bracket, reposition. Nice. Okay, almost there. So this is where the fun begins. So when you have the basic shape created for the ribbon, what you can start to do is you can start to warp the ribbon into different shapes. I would actually, for this purpose, I don't recommend that you expand the type. Just don't create outlines, just keep it as a type. Group the entire thing together, and I'll drag it like once or twice to create copies. And because vectors are for free, we can have different options very easily. So, for example, option 1, if I go to Effect, Warp, okay, actually let's delete these. Effect, Warp, we can go to Arc firstly. Nice. And we can really easily create really cool ribbons out of this. Now, if I just copy the ribbon, it creates copy already with the effect applied. So I can just switch the effects and it will save me some work. Okay, see? So we very easily recreated this in a similar fashion. I had those 3 ribbons here. Sure, let's keep it. And as I see, I had applied actually an even thicker outline to this thing. If we just for a short period get rid of this, and with direct selection to select our ribbon. Okay, that might look even better. So we adjust it here. adjust it here. And again, use the warp. Nice. Yes. I like it a little bit better with a thicker outline. Nice. Just reverse the arc here. Boom. For the last option, we will use again the flag. Nice. Okay. So the big upside of this approach is that you will keep the type intact. So whenever you want to make any changes, you can go in and just change the type. You know, from warriors to cowards, tigers, turtles, whatever you want to use. And this is basically a way that you can have an entire library of these shapes ready to go in your free time, or when you have nothing better to do, or you don't have any kind of client work. You can be creating these shapes and libraries of these shapes to have them in storage for the time when you actually need them. And